Hi, it's me again. Another book that I read this summer was Tandia by Bryce Courteney. Now, he's the same author who wrote The Power of One. I was actually one of the books that we had an option of reading in our LA class, but the class voted and that wasn't chosen. So I have not read that one, but Tandia I read. Now, it took me quite a while to finish. It's a large book, very small writing, very thick. Um, Probably was reading it for about 3 months, which is quite unusual for me. I usually finish a book very quickly, but it was near the end of school, so didn't have as much time as I would have liked. But I finished it, which shows that it was a good book because I went through a lot of trouble to finish that book. I read whenever I had the chance. Um, Normally in situations like that, after I didn't read it for like a week or something, I'd just give up because I wouldn't remember what happened before. But with Tandy, it was very easy to remember and pick back up right where I was, and it's a very good book. I enjoyed it a lot. It's one of my favorite books. I would not recommend it though for people younger than 16, 17 because it is more mature, has more mature subject matter. It's a little graphic at times. I was a little, like, oh, squirmish a little, but what can you say? It was very well done though. He did not, Bryce was not afraid to go into that description. Really showed you the treatment people can get, shows the discriminations that blacks get from whites, and you really, really get a hatred for Gildenhughes, who is a bad guy in the novel, and you really hate him. You want him to die. It's it's unbelievable. Like you can feel like rage pouring out of you into the book because you're just so angry with him. And on the other hand, you have Kay, who is the one of the main characters, and you just want him to succeed. You want him to. He's such a good character, and this book is actually very good. It has like spiritual stuff in it. It's very, very good. Very correct for the setting and everything. I find. Um, I also love the character Tandia. She's been through a lot. Um, it really makes you grateful for the own life you have, knowing what kind of life other people do lead in the world. Like, it's scary too, because, that stuff does happen, and like I said, it's actually quite graphic, so I would not recommend it to anybody under 16 because, no, they don't need to know this stuff. Um, they might know it, but it's descriptive. Very, very descriptive. There's blood, there's sexual content, there's killing, terrorists, swearing, um, fighting, racism. Yeah, lots of that. It's kind of what the book's about. Um, so I would say age 16 to maybe 40 or so. I don't think um, older people will enjoy it as much either because it is a happy book at times, but it's kind of a more dark novel. Um, if you're into that kind of thing, good. It gives lots of history and stuff like that. I enjoyed it. I really did. It's just, it's a heavy read. It's a heavy read, and you have to be able to absorb the fact that this author does not write lightly. He doesn't care. He will give you the details. He will give you the information. He puts it out there, full perspective, no holding back. So it's a very good book though, and I recommend it to anybody who enjoys learning about what other people's lives are like, or just a good fiction book. Like PK's a boxer, so there's a lot of boxer things going on, and that's actually one of the main events in the novel is the boxing that goes on between PK, Gildenheis, Madama, all of that stuff. And really, that's when, apparently, according to this author, that the white man and the black man become equal because they're both fighting and they have equal opportunities. Um, so yeah, it's a good book, and it shows how much the world has actually changed. It shows also that the world hasn't changed in some ways, but we're making slow progress. Um, so yeah, I say go ahead and pick it up. It might take you a little while to read it. Like I said, it's quite long, very small writing. I've not read The Power of One, so I can't say how that compares. Apparently, PK is in The Power of One as well, so I don't know which one is supposed to be read first, but I read Tandia without reading Power of One, and I understood everything perfectly. I wasn't confused or anything, so it's it's a good book, and I think most people will enjoy it. Just like I said, it's a little graphic, so don't eat anything before you read the book. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.